Let me be very serious about this. Very plain. If Kamala Harris wins or is selected or is given or is handed the presidency of the United States, we as a society are through. You might say to yourself, that's a bit extreme. No, it's not. And when it comes to the American legal system, if she wins, it's over. It's over. Now, this may come as a shock to you, and this may sound to you like, like I'm being kind of over, kind of dramatic. I'm not being dramatic at all. I'm not being dramatic at all. I'm telling you right now, specifically, and I'm telling you deliberately, if this woman wins, you can forget it. We live in a world right now with some really nasty people, horrible people so devoid of any kind of humanity. You've never met them before. Things, I should call them things, that will do things to children and to people and to victimization, levels of predation you cannot even imagine. And I can't get into it because of the problems that we have here with all kinds of algorithms and words that prevent being said. But let me just tell you something. This is not a joke. And I can't seem to get the word across to people. I can't seem to figure a way to maybe explain to people that I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm dead serious about this. Let's take what's going on. This is a woman who actually said she at first mentioned, and we've talked about this before, she wanted to defund the police. Now, whether enough was made of it, she's a bumbling idiot. Nobody really goes back and nobody pursues it. So consequently, whatever she said in the past, they kind of let go because, well, she's an idiot. Nobody cares what she's saying. But I remember what she said. I remember 100% what she said. And I'm telling you right now, how can you talk about defunding the police? I want you to listen to me very carefully. I'm not just kidding around. I'm not just saying this. This isn't just a topic like, hey, let's see if I can get some numbers on this. Let me see if I can put some numbers on the board. Because listen, let's face it, YouTube and social media and are putting up numbers and likes and metrics and money and just like anything else. And I appreciate that. I really honestly do. I dig it. And I'd be the first one to tell you it's wonderful. And it would be probably the greatest thing in the world to have as your living, as your job, to be able to put out nothing but content all day long. It would be my dream come true. My dream would be to sit and just put out content all day long. And with that comes the understanding that there's a lot of folks who, frankly, well, don't want to hear exactly what you have to say. So there is a balance. But I was a prosecutor for a number of years, and I've been a licensed lawyer since 1983, and saw my, been around it and kind of know this. And I am telling you that we are living in a world right now that is teetering on complete and total collapse of order unless something is done about this. Now, I was somebody who was the prototypical civil libertarian before. I really was. I mean, I thought to myself, these people who talk about putting people in prison, they're a bunch of fascists. I don't want to explain or to sound pedantic, but anybody who uses the word fascist doesn't understand it. Is it the gentile definition or what? We don't even know. What is fascist? They think it normally means totalitarian. We better do something very quickly right now. And I'm telling you both as somebody in the system and somebody who lives in a big city, but also who knows what's going on. Unless we take command of what's going on, unless we take control of what's happening, we are through. And if this woman, I'm telling you, it's up to you. If this woman gets anywhere near the White House, we're done. We're finished. Her Department of Justice is over with. Now, I am so sick and tired of hearing people, these morons, not you, mind you, talk about, well, the poll and Let me move my flag in here. I don't know if you can see my flag. There we go. Forget old glory. And that's what this is about. Old glory, as I say. But there are these people who are scaredy cats. And I recognize the fact. And I do another channel at Lionel Nation. And I've got to put up with this garbage all day. I don't think anybody really understands. I mean, not all of them, but some of them. Why don't we get rid of the electoral college? And it's like, what are you talking about? Oh, they're Trump's not gonna win, and they say things to be a doomsayer. And I never want to be ever accused of being a Cassandra or a doomsayer, but I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. What I'm telling you is that I know what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you right now, Donald Trump is going to win. Do you agree? Who agrees? Donald Trump is going to win. Go ahead, say it. All I ask is that you be cordial. And if you have something, please, how do I say this? Don't merely pull it out of an orifice. Tell me. Tomorrow is it. We may find, believe it or not, tomorrow night, who's the winner? I don't know. These polls are nuts. Who are these people? Is everybody getting on every show to give their opinion? Well, the swing states, the swing strong states. I'm so tired of that. What do you feel? What do you feel? There is a sense of malaise. People are freaked out over this. This woman has caused absolute terror. And I'm telling you, I kind of understand maybe what that woman. Remember the woman who yelled, "No!" Remember that years ago? Her name is Jessica Starr. She was a woman, the first woman who started the Karen movement, the screaming, yelling, howling. No! Remember her? Her name is Jessica Starr. There was Jessica Starr, by the way, who was a very tragic. What am I trying to say? A very tragic news person who ended her life. You see this woman here, Lori Cuck. She is as American as you can get. She has been a fan and a friend forever, and she uses a picture of a dog. She sometimes will dress as one just for detection purposes. He is going to win by virtue of every conceivable, not poll, but the numbers of polls. I want to explain this also to you, which is the most important. If you really want to find out, hang on a minute. CR says, CR has been a member for a month. She said President Trump is going to win. Absolutely. And you are a loyal fan, young lady. A fan, not of me, but of liberty and the Constitution. I love you for that. Thank you. Ask what people are finding out in the actual goings on of the actual donor class, the big money folks. There are folks who say, I will give X amount of money to the Republican Party, to the Democratic Party. Whatever you want to do with it is fine. I don't care. I'm here. I just want to be a part of it. I'll get my favors later on. You can count on me. Whoever wins, that's fine. But I'm good for, $1 million or $500,000 or whatever it is. I'll put on a party. That's it. There are others. Okay. They don't really care. They're just there for the money. They do this thing. Okay. There are other folks who say, I want to be a player, but I want to make sure you're doing the right thing because I care about the Republican Party. Is he going to win? And that's where the internal polls come in. The internal polls come in, which cost a fortune because you have to get an exact sample of the people that represents the demographics of the country or the group that you are looking at. You don't go to the Short Hills Mall, pick out 20 people and go home. Hey, who do you like, Trump or Kamala? Oh, Kamala. Oh, what are you, 19 years old? You never voted before? Who's likely to vote? Give me the demographics. Is it 52% female? Is it 40% African American? They don't tell you. They don't care. It's painstaking. And he's going to win. You talk about the margin of error. Screw the margin of error when it comes for this to the Quinnipiac poll and the Quinnipiac College and another one, the Rasmussen. Okay, that's fine. Anything that's got a name. Do you know something? Let me tell you something. You're going to love this one. Did you know, listen to me, that there are some colleges who realized, how do we make money? How do we make money? How do we make money? How? What are we going to do? What do? We don't have a football team. We don't have a basketball team. We're a little college. We don't know what to do. How do we make money? What do we do? And they said, I know what we do. We'll do polling. I think Quinnipiac is one. There were some little pollings, the whatever polling, these various little places to go into polling makes you can make a fortune. And the first thing you do when you go into polling is, I'm not going to be doing polling for you. You're not paying me enough. I'm not here to do polling. You can't pay me enough to do polling. You can't. You can't. It's almost like saying in the old days, if you believe in astrology, there's reading Sidney Omar in the back of the page or having a chart done by a professional astrologer. Whether you believe it or not, one was more thorough, really thorough, where you would, whether it was BS or not, I'll let other people decide, but it's the same thing. So these colleges came up and they started to make a lot of money just basically doing this polling. They really did quite a bit. Lori Cook says, wait a minute, she says, I'm going to run naked after he wins. I'm so excited. Well, you do that anyway, which is, I didn't want to bring that up, but oh no, Lori, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a little, Mrs. L and I will show some excitement. And then we're going to sit back and we're going to say, okay, now what? What do you think is going to happen from January the 20th? No, excuse me, from November the 5th, until January the 20th and thereafter. What's going to happen? What are they going to do? What's going to happen? Do you think these people are going to leave kindly? Do you think these people are going to leave peacefully? Do you think they're going to remove themselves from the interstitial connecting tissue of this? Do you believe that? No. I have been a proponent, not a proponent, but a sponsor of a group called preparewithlionel.com. Now, this is something called, this is a survival, emergency food survival. They have, different things. And ever since the, as of recent times, ever since the sales have gone through the roof, absolutely, positively through the roof. Why do you think that is? Why is emergency food and survival gear all of a sudden of interest? More than usual. People know something. Water, food, energy, gold, and ammo. I can't believe I'm saying this stuff. I sound like a lunatic. I used to think these people are out of their goddamn minds, these people talking about this stuff. I thought you're nuts. Oh no. I am telling you that and I got to be careful because of the specifics of the algorithm. But do you believe that atmospheric events are altogether random in every case? Do you believe that to be true? Does anybody here believe that there is no ability to manipulate atmospheric tumult? Do you think so? Remember, was it Kings Mountain in North Carolina? They wanted that one mountain for what? Lithium mining. And the people around there said, oh, no. Get out of here. Well, all of a sudden, it was almost like it was hard to believe. everything that you were told is a conspiracy theory. So help me God is another word for truth. So let me just tell you something, not to belabor the point. Preparewithlionel.com. I have this link here. Absolutely. Let me tell you what I would do. Let me tell you what I would do. It's a very simple thing. If I ran this place, first, Mrs. Ellen and I were at a place yesterday in Queens. It was a church. One of the most wonderful events I've ever been to in my adult life. Her YouTube channel is Lynn's Warriors. She is devoted to stopping, identifying, informing parents and the like regarding human trafficking, child predation, digital safety, and the like. She did an interview today, which is going to be posted, with an agent from the DEA about pink cocaine and about fentanyl. And oh my God, you had better sit down. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to tell your children something. When I was in my generation, when you said DEA, you would think always busting coke, Smuggler's Blues, An American Storm. There's a great Bob Seger song, and trying to ruin our people's party. Not me, mind you, but people say, trying to, wasting time on weed and blow, and the DEA. Okay, well, let me tell you what we've got right now. Now, God bless the DEA, because what they're going after is a poison that is infiltrating our society. And I want you to tell your kid, listen and listen good. You're 16, you're 17, you're 18. You feel impenetrable. You feel as though nothing can get you. You feel as though you can't be touched. Don't you ever take anything from anybody. And I don't mean drugs. I mean drugs, Tylenol, Oxy, Molly, whatever it is. Pink cocaine isn't cocaine. They don't know what it is. This is all did an interview today, and I'm listening to her, and he said there are people in the DEA labs, and they're saying, "What is this? What is this?" They're just throwing, and if this isn't trying to poison us, and I want you to tell your children, I wish we could do this. I wish, how I wish I could take kids to the morgue. They have to see it. And specifically, if you have a kid who is a speeder, you must let them see an accident. You will keep them up at night. They have got to go in and smell and get a whiff of it, and to see what death is, to see it, to look at that face, to see, look at these people, all of these people, and just say, can we have the fentanyl? By the way, fentanyl, not fentanyl. Can we do this right now? I promise you, as I can possibly tell you, I swear to God, please, whatever you do, you have no idea. There is going to be civil unrest. If you think George Floyd was good, that was a beta test. That was a dress rehearsal. That was a let's kind of run it through. Let's see what happens. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm making this up? You think I am, don't you? You think I'm exaggerating. You are going to see the complete and total collapse if this woman, by the way, and it's not just her. Can we just say she is a sock puppet? She is a wind sock. She doesn't exist. Get it through your head, America. I don't know who they are. I don't know what role she's playing. She's playing the role of something. I don't know. She has no mind. I thought she is an auto pen. She'll say whatever you want. She'll laugh. She'll change your mind. She's for true. Somebody told her, hey, arrest parents for truancy. We're losing $1 billion. But okay, she did it. She didn't care a damn about truancy. She went after black men with marijuana. She talks about how she smokes up. She has no soul. Do you hear me? Am I getting through to you? Hello? Do you hear me? Does anybody hear me? Hello, is this on? Is this on? Because you're kind of like you're frozen. Did I scare you? Anybody hear me? This is 0 hour. 0 hour, 9 a.m. Where this is it. 99 loof balloons. What are we talking about? This is absolutely positively, and nobody seems to get it. And then you meet people and they just have cute, pithy responses. They've never been to the position. Let me tell you what I would do. I'm telling you right now. And the Democrats are going to control this no matter what. I'm telling you. The first thing I would do is when Trump, before he says, I solemnly swear, I do, boom, thank you, Mr. Immediately pick up the phone and call the dock workers, the longshoremen. Remember them? All Democrats, ladies and gentlemen, who said, we're going to talk your throat like that. Remember that? Shut it down. Because those people, I keep telling everybody, they didn't settle that strike. They postponed it. Do you know what happens? If you want to just see calamity, shut it down. Shut it down. Here's what I would do. I'll make it very simple. You want to hire me? I'll tell you what to do. You want to screw this up? Shut it down. Here, ask for somebody through the roof. I don't know, just a week. Just shut it down. Have all the boats and the container ships in the harbor stop. No cars, no food, no equipment, no oil, no this, no jobs. And it's just like once there's this, have you ever been, are you with me? Are you hearing me? Anybody, are you hearing me? Because you're kind of quiet. A lot of people are quiet. I don't think anybody's listening. You're going to find out. You're going to say, damn, this guy was good. Oh, I'll predict it all right. You see, because have you ever been driving around and all of a sudden you say, why are they stopped? And you drive and you say, okay, and you pull over and you drive and there's a car on the side of the road. Maybe a cop pulls somebody over. And then as soon as they pick up again. You say, why did they stop? They're on the side of the road. They're not in the middle. But they stopped. That's what this is. One little glitch. Then all of a sudden, the local news people say, because these are rat bastard parasite vultures who live on the detritus of broken dreams. I know what I'm talking about. These people live in this anachronistic, stupid, antediluvian waste of time called the local news, where they're still doing news, traffic, and weather. News, traffic, and weather. In the year 2024, they're doing Dave Garroway. They're doing the local stuff of the 50s. Do you hear what I am telling you? They have, listen to this, they still have, and this absolutely kills me, they still have traffic on TV. That's right. They still have some woman standing at a board. Well, they go on, it's in the GWB in the upper level. As they got 45-minute backup. I'm at home. I don't have a car in my home. Most people don't have TVs. You might maybe Sirius X. I got maybe. What are you doing TV for? What are you doing traffic? The answer, to sell a spot. To sell a spot. Weather. Who listens to weather on TV with the exception of a tornado? something big, whatever. Who listens to some roly-poly guy who's the who? They're living in the past. So what these rat bastards are going to do is that as soon as there's anything wrong, if there's a strike, all right, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go to the stores. I want you to go to the Sam's Club or Trader Joe's, or I want you to go to a Costco. I want you to go to an Acme. I want you to go to a Publix, a Piggly Wiggly, a Acme, whatever the hell it is, a Kroger. And I want you to go and I want you to show pictures of maybe an empty a shelf. Oh, they love that. During a snow and they love that. Like they always send this poor bastard to some Home Depot to buy people who buy snow shovels during snow. What? They don't have a snow shovel? Did it break? Did you lose yours? Did you just move here? Why is there a run on snow shovels? You didn't have one of these? It's New Jersey, for God's sake. In any event. But they love that. Remember during COVID? Toilet paper. Running on the toilet paper. Why? There was no lower GI problem. Didn't matter. And all of a sudden, they're going to start saying something goes down where what happens? The trucks are late. Why? Because of the delay, because of the tankers, because of this. There's not there, and there's no deliveries. So people are starting to get scared. So Numbnuts, the local anchor person trying to do her Emmy reel, she has a picture of all these people lined up, which scares the hell out of people. Then there's a mad rush. And then the stores are going to close down because their insurance carriers are saying close down. Because if there's a riot or somebody gets hurt, we kept open knowing this because you don't have enough security. We're not going to get cops. Close it down, which is what the guy says, close it down. Then let me tell you what's going to happen too, okay? And a lot of people don't care about this. The Bab al-Mandab Strait. It's also called the Gate of Grief or the Gate of Tears. It's a strait between Yemen on the Arabian Peninsula and Djibouti and Eritrea at the Horn of Africa. And it connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and to the extension to the Indian Ocean. Let me tell you what this is going to be. You know who runs that? The Houthis from Yemen. The Houthis. They've got drone. They can take out ships like you can't believe. And they'll sit there and they'll say, American ships? No. Israeli ships? No. Chinese? Yes. Russian? Yes. No. If they shut that down, and the insurance carriers say, don't go in there. And why would the Houthis be upset? Because of the quote Middle East, a subject nobody is talking about. You hear anybody talking about the Middle East? No. Why? We don't talk about that. Then the Strait of Hormuz. Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, that's Oman. And this is this strait. This is where the super tankers go through. And they go like this, and they go like this. And there's only these shipping lanes, the deep water, the deep part that can only be negotiated. And one ship goes down. One. Or Iran shuts it down. And gas is going to be $20 a gallon. You're going to feel it like you can't believe. That's the other thing that happens. Then what's going to happen? Already they've got lined up somewhere. There is going to be, sad to say, some black guy going to be shot by some white cop, and it's going to look crummy. Luckily, they're rare, very rare. But we're going to see that. And Ben Crump, who's this, I don't know what this poor guy is. He can't barely say his name, but they drag him out, and he's the spokesperson. He's the no more Al Sharpton. He's the guy, and the justice, whatever it is, and it's going to be something where somebody shot, he was unarmed, and then we're going to start BLM and Tifa all over. Plywood sales through the roof, complete and total breakdown of order, and they're going to push Trump. Do it. Do something. Do it. And what he has to do is unleash the hounds of hell martial law, militarize, whatever it is, federalize the National Guard, whatever you do, show them an execution of force nobody has ever seen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you have any idea of what I'm saying? Anybody? They have to go after BLM and find out who are these people. Audit them. They have to go after where were the millions? Where did this money go? Who is what was BLM? What was this? Nothing. None of this will happen if Kamala's there. None of it. None of it. What will happen then regarding Antifa? Not one time. This is a racketeering organized. Look, this is something that people simply do not understand. And I know people don't want to hear this. I know you don't want to hear it. I can tell. I know. There are people who just say, you know what? We really don't need it. Can we just joke around a little bit? Can we just, we've been through a lot. And I'm so nervous. You're nervous? Yeah, this election has got me pretty it's got me pretty down. This election's got me down, and I'm kind of feeling kind of nervous. So if you could you maybe calm it down? I've been through a lot. I have this anxiety dog, and oh my God. And Trump is going to do okay. We live in a world where we can't talk about what really could happen. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you. If this woman gets in, we're through. But I don't think it's going to happen. Because through the luck of God, through something I don't know what, along came Donald Trump. God bless him. God bless him for tolerating this, for going through this Russian hysteria. I put on a newsletter. I hope you get it. I hope you sign up for it. Trying my best to say how this man does this. I don't understand. We're not really worthy of him. This woman tonight, have they done that yet in Philly? There's going to be a concert tonight in Philly. What time is that going to be roughly? 5 o'clock. Oh, okay. And it's going to be maybe Lady Gaga or Katy Perry. And maybe, they're saying maybe either Beyonce and or Taylor Swift. And why are they doing that? Because she doesn't have anything. She doesn't have anything. Do you understand this? This is one of the greatest signs ever. She's desperate. She's just the Hail Mary. And she thinks that somehow the people who are going to go see Lady Gaga, whoever the hell it is, are somehow going to vote for her. They've never been able to explain. There's nothing, how do I say this? There's no reason to vote for her. They never talk about her. They never talk about her. What she wants to bring, what she wants to offer. They don't do this. It doesn't exist. They talk about she's a woman, she's a black woman, or she's an Asian woman, or she's a woman. I don't know. She's a left. They talk about women's rights. Please tell me, please, how the right to abortion is anyway risked under Donald Trump. Who? How? I don't know. They keep putting these signs up. There's never going to be, abortion will never be illegal in this country. Look, let me explain something to you. I want you to understand something. We're going to win this. Okay? So that's the good news. We're going to win this. And we can argue about, are they going to take all the swing states? Does it get 300 plus? I don't know. You want to play predictions? Sometimes people get into the predictions more than the actual meaning of the whole thing. You want to get into the predictions of whether it's going to be a 300 electoral vote? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. He's going to win. But remember, after this, Maga has to keep going. This keeps going. This is the last time you will be able to circle his name in. Lori Cuck says, come on, Al, concentrate, good vibes, buzzkill after. No buzzkill. People always want to. No. I'm telling you, he's going to win. He's going to win. Isn't that good? Did you hear that? It's true. He's going to win. But let me tell you what he does and what we all do. We sit back and we just say, okay, you don't understand. These people are ruthless. And I hope, and I know we got some good people there. We got Tucker Carlson. That's nice. It's good. I like him. Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard. That's good. The only one who I think really is the best thing that ever happened to us is Elon Musk. Because he's brutal. He's vicious. He's a billionaire, a real billionaire, who's vicious. And there's something not right with him. And I love that. And he's done something to change everything. The good news is that this is going to be a Maga, if you will, or MAGA. I like Maga. A Maga movement. You're going to see Maga as a political party. These two left-right things, I don't know what the hell they say. Evan Webb, ladies and gentlemen, says there was a man who cared about the Middle East, Colonel Alfred Baker, but they pushed him to the side. I doubt anyone here who knows who he was. Those in power never wanted peace in the Middle East. Keep speaking, Lenny. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Webb. You do know that there's never going to be peace in the Middle East. You do know that, right? I'm sorry, I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to be a buzzkill. I don't want to be a buzzkill. But you know that, right? You know that. I'm just telling you. There's no two-state solution. It's complete and total bullshit. I'm telling you. But here's the best thing. With Trump, at least, he can sit there and say, okay, that's it. And the first thing he's going to do is he's going to tell Jared Kushner, back off. I know BB slept in your room when he was at, and I know you're joined at the hip, and I know that you and everybody, yeah, I understand it. I understand it. I get it. But I am not going to leverage this country, because let me tell you something, and I hope this isn't a buzzkill. I care about the United States, and I hope President Trump does this. I don't give a damn about Ukraine, Tel Aviv, Gaza, Egypt, Jordan, Yemen. I don't care. Hezbollah, Lebanon. All the best. All the best. Unless you come here. Now, let me try this again. And this is what I think President Trump's going to, because I think he realizes you do know the people who screwed you the first time, right? You do know that. I think he kind of knows this. I hope he goes for broke on this one. You know who's who's scariest right now? Diddy. I did a little video here before. Diddy. If Kamala's in charge, all the people that appeared for her pretty much were on the Diddy, not all of them, but a lot of them were on the Diddy freak off videos, and were Diddy friends and that sort of thing. So they're kind of like telling him, you are going to, oh yes, because if she's in the DOJ, fine. If Trump's in the DOJ, the very first thing he does is, I'm going to say, President Trump, of course I'm doing this, I hope you realize you have more than enough evidence, more than enough probable cause to go after Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, the whole group. Hollywood from top to bottom, to yachting, get Leonardo DiCaprio in there, Sean Penn, keep going, the whole kit and caboodle. And everybody you've ever, and would you like me to give, of course you know this. Everybody knows it. We all know it. Turn it over to the Department of Justice and go after this rat's nest. The same way they went after Harvey Weinstein, the way they went after Diddy. Clean that place up. Shut it down. That is a rat's nest of perfidy, predation, perversion. I despise them. That's going to happen. Don't want to be a downer, but that's going to be the greatest thing. Oprah Winfrey, we start with you. What about all those schools? Who were those kids? What did you do? Let's talk about this. Sean Penn. Oh man. Let me tell you, I tell people this sometimes, and people are like, they have this. It's like the personality of like a 5-year-old. Oh, I'm going to say something right now to you. That was one of the biggest deals anybody. Peanut the squirrel. What they did to Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon, I would unleash the hounds of hell. Cerberus, who guards the gates of hell, I would unleash it. The dogs of war, I would not because it's about a squirrel, but it goes to show you can I say this, chicken shit attitude when you have millions of people who assault, murder, destroy the hearts of young girls and boys and people who violate our borders, and not one person. There are more people. Put it this way, Peanut the squirrel was investigated more than anybody on that certain island with that certain guy on that certain plane in that certain mansion on the Upper East Side. Peanut the squirrel was investigated more than all of those people. The clients and explain that to me. Explain that to me. How? And by the way, remember, we're going to do another live at 7. And at Lionel Nation, I want to be just legal. It's a different kind of it's a different world. But I hope you understand something. Peanut the squirrel. Whatever happened to that? I don't care about who's on the list. Where are the tapes, the videos, everything? When Trump takes office, he can sit here and say, "Oh, I've got a list." I hope he has big, like, kind of like, you go to Kinko's and your big posters with, and we're going to start here, and we're going to start here, and we got the DOJ, and I want him to bring in Bobby Kennedy. And even though Bobby Kennedy has a hard time with women, he can't keep it. Bobby Kennedy's a little shingad when it comes to women. As long as he stays away, don't let him near the secretarial pool. He can't do it. He can't do it. He's a Kennedy. He's messed up. The heroin thing. But when it comes to and that particular area, oh, he's fantastic. Bring him on in. Tulsi Gabbard, bring her in. Unleash them. Let them go. Shake it up. And I would sit there every day and say, I want you to do this prayer. I want you to know, President Trump, I want you to know that you must know them know that you're here. They must feel the rumble. And the next thing you do, you have to go figure this executive services, this civil service, and destroy and unravel and implode this perpetual list group of people who maintain the civil service corps of Washington. You have to destroy that. That is the biggest part of the deep state. These people, this world, make Washington a ghost town. We don't need these people. Get rid of them. Get rid of everybody with a top. You know how many people have a top secret clearance? Like 1 million people. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. From top to bottom. This is what we want. Evan Webb says, bring back civics and the Pledge of Allegiance. I used to think that was kind of silly, but I don't anymore. Who's for that? What civics? Do you know what these people said today on my morning show? Why don't we get rid of the electoral college? What? Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. First of all, we got to amend the Constitution, but what are you talking about? How do people not understand the basis of certain things. We have to also go through and take things from top to bottom. Stop toying us with the JFK investigation. Stop pretending when we talk about UFOs and EBEs, extraterrestrial biological entities. Stop doing that. Let's go after what happened on the 11th day of the 9th month, 23 years ago. Anybody care to get into that? I do. You've got to make the shadow government know that we are not going to nod our heads. And with Elon Musk covering our back, because what they do was they shut you down by virtue of scaring you, taking away everything. You're like, oh, do you like Telegram? Oh, do you like Facebook? Now do you like it? Yeah. You're not going to say that again, are you? Oh, no. Have you been in Facebook jail? I'm sorry. I just want to, okay. It's beautiful. Let's let these individuals, which are government owned, by the way, since In-Q-Tel, you know where they come from, and then DARPA and the whole bit. Let's have them act as apparatchiks and proxies for the government. This is what we need Elon Musk for. This is it. He can drive away from Washington like it'll look like the scene for, I don't want to say on fire, but symbolically, this museum. This is where this was. Clean out the Department of Justice, not the frontline FBI, the good men and women of the DEA. By the way, trying to get fentanyl off. You have no idea. I told you about it. But that, what is it, the 7th floor? Get rid of it. Whatever happened to that creepy, all of those folks. Remember Carter Page? He was the first one. What did Papadopoulos and all these? Whatever happened to these people? We're going to put an end to that. I want people to sit there and say, "Oh my God," and to shut down. I want to see more than anything else. Let me ask you if you agree with me. When CNN, MSDNC, ABC, CBS cease to exist, and there is just a feed, kind of like this, just a kind of a feed that just gives the news. You know, like when you're at the airport. These, remember, CNN used to be on there because CNN would pay for that. But under David Zaslav, this new guy, they don't do that anymore. But I want to see them gone. I want to see them gone. When they're gone, it's wonderful. When people stopped using divining rods, when we got rid of phrenology, when people stopped rubbing heads and looking for bumps and lumps, when people started to pay attention to washing your hands, Ignat Semmelweis, when there was this progress, society will never prosper as long as we have these people who are apparatchiks for the government. They are the worst people ever. When I see these people in these town hall meetings and that Caitlin, whatever, that eyebrow, and they're horrible. Why don't you just go and work for the Harris team? Go work there. Stop pretending you're doing this. Stop it. I want to see that. All of that's possible. I want everybody exposed. I want everybody exposed. And when I heard, and I don't want to be a bummer. But when I heard Trump say he was going to maybe think about pardoning Hunter Biden, what? Unless they've got the dirt on him or something, unless they've got some deal on Don Jr. or something, and he's not letting, I don't know. When I heard that, I couldn't believe what I was saying. Let me ask you something. Who is it who heard the identity of the person with the cocaine in the White House? Never. No. Somebody mentioned Musk on Rogan. Joe Rogan changed everything. Joe Rogan, when Musk was on Rogan, when Trump was on Rogan, and J.D. Vance. Can you imagine numbnuts for 4 hours where she says, "Oh, I can only do it for..." No. It's changed. It's changed. I was listening to a show the other day. I swear to God, I'm waiting. I'm watching. I'm listening. I'm figuring out the wheel. You know, the wheel is the time. Top of the hour news. It went to 5, and then there was weather. No, traffic. Radio, I can kind of see that. Okay, so it's like 7. I don't know if it went to 8. Then there was news, and then there was the commercials, for tinnitus or brain surgery or that. How about that deodorant? You don't have to take a bath anymore. Whatever it was, you go do that kind of stuff, and you go, and then finally, then there's the bad things, and then we start off, and it's a good maybe 10-minute run, and then break back to the commercials. It's like, what am I doing? It's like 20, 25 minutes. It's like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I have no idea. Joe Rogan he starts and doesn't stop for 3 hours, 4 hours, talking about everything from how did they make the pyramids to Joey Diaz getting stoned out of his mind, whatever it is. Where is Mark Cuban? Where is Matt Drudge? Where is Cat Williams? Cat Williams, where is he? Remember how big and strong he was because he was a little drunk with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay. Now he's nowhere to be found. He said too much. They told him, don't stop. Monique, where is she? Oh, we're going to unleash all of this. You get to the bottom of this. Do you know how people are going crazy? If Trump wins, what's going to happen to that Diddy crew? Now, I know you don't care about this. I know you don't. But everybody knows who killed. I don't know personally, but people who involved know who killed Tupac and Biggie and all that. Come on, stop it. Stop it. This is just ridiculous. So let me just tell you this much. I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, and I want you always to understand. Tomorrow night, many people are saying it could be late, sort of in the evening, where he is going to get the word. Get the word, which is good, and they can project it, and they can say even if they have later turn, whatever it is, that we pretty much know who it is, and I hope for that. And they're going to do everything in their power. But if it's too big to, as they say, rig, but if it's just too big, they're going to say, what the hell with it? We're not even going to bother with this. Because remember something, I'm going to ask you a question. Yes or no? This is something Mrs. L has said, and I think it's brilliant. In 2016, Hillary Clinton was supposedly the winner, right? You understand that? If Hillary Clinton would have won, would you have questioned it? Anybody? No, you would not. They could have fixed it so easily because it was within that margin, and you would have thought nothing of it because you were told flat out she's going to win by a margin nobody's ever seen. But she didn't. He won. Either they let him win or they didn't, whatever it was. But they could have stopped it. You know it, and I know it. Okay? Simple as that. You know it, and I know it. Do you think they wanted him so that he can do 4 years to drive people nuts? Do you think that letting her take over would have really given the shadow government what they wanted? No. They needed 4 years of him to completely make people nuts. He was not only, in their sick mind, the punching bag, but also that pill that energized, that Philip, that frisson, that thing that made people crazy. And they needed him. 4 years. They loved it. Oh, they said they didn't, but nothing could have been done. Listen to me. Nothing could have been done in the next 4 years after with Biden had there not been 4 years of Trump. No way. Not the women. Oh, did you hear about this dude who had the He had a micro penis and an invisible, no, micro penis and internal testicles or something. Remember that? He's a man. Remember that? Today. He's a man. Would that have happened? Not without Trump. Now, after Trump, they could do anything. They could say, we're going to call people, we're going to change the word from human to hominid. Okay. They would have done anything just to get back and to unleash this craziness. But listen to me. Tomorrow you're going to be happy. But you know what's going to make me real happy? It's not you're happy. It's the idea of what these people are thinking. Oh, shit. And I would go in there every single day. I would have a separate unit that never appears in the White House. And we talk on some secure line with the president every day, like his prayer service. And I have somebody rev him up and say, let me remind you what you did, what they did to you, and the fact that they tried to kill you, what your son's been through and your family and everybody. Now, those people put you back. You didn't do it. They did it. No matter how great you are, there's all those people who waited 2 days, 3 days to see you. You want to pay them back? You go in there, coach, and you tear this thing apart from top to bottom so that they don't know what hit them. And don't announce it. Just do it. Get a hold of Elon. And listen to me. The best thing you can do is you get Elon and Peter Thiel, all those other people, and you bring them in and you say, I want you to fix or give me a voting system that is so perfect and so easy and so simple. Elon Musk can back a rocket into the launching pad. He can back it up. I want you to do the same thing with that. Can you do it? Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Can you do it? Yes. Yes, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. And I want you to leave them and says, here it is. Foolproof. Ta-da! You're welcome. Foolproof. Simple. Cheap. And somehow they show you how to do it and they say, and it's all done. And you can't, nothing. It's no. Not only that, remember this, it's not that only, but it's absentee write-in. I've been telling you, that's where I put my money. If I ran this show, oh, you can worry about your machines all you want. I don't care about that. That's what I want. Now, I've hit you with a lot of stuff, and you've been hit with a lot of stuff, but I want to make sure I get you before tomorrow night. I want you to be able to handle more than one thing at one time, okay? I want you to be able to handle more than one plate at one time. I want you to be able to be happy, and we're going to do it and all that, and that's great. But understand something. This is war. And the only way we win is if they surrender. And they say, you won fair and square. And then it starts. And we've got to be ready and vigilant. Now, let me ask you a question. Tomorrow night, let's assume that I have each one of you, I select, and I'm going to say, I'm going to give you something nobody else has. I've got the official word. You'll be the first person on the planet to know that Trump won. In my thought experiment, you're the first person. And you can make any phone call or walk onto any set or transport yourself in the presence of any person so that you can give this person of your choosing the news. Who would that person be? Who would that person be? Think about this. Anybody you want. Anybody. You get to show up. Who are you? I'm an angel. An angel? Yes. And I have the news. And of course, you're all mic'd up and you can record this. They don't know this. So people can see this. Yes, I have the news. What do you mean? I have it right here. You're the first person to know this. Know what? Donald Trump won. What? He won. Do you want to know by how much? They won't care about that. Oh, sit down. Let me tell you about how much. It blew them off. Put it this way. If we can get into that Nixon, McGovern, I don't know about that, but it doesn't really matter. Watch what happens. For me, Joy Behar. Joy Behar. Joy Behar is a person I would want to walk in and say, you, I want you to know this. I want you to hear it from me. I want to see your face. Joy Behar. Okay? So I want everybody to sit back and remember, the fight just started. We're going to kick their arse. Evan Webb, thank you. Lori Cuck, thank you. CR, thank you. And remember something. I love this. I love this more than you can imagine. And this isn't about my team winning. It's about my country winning. But I don't want to just win a race. That's easy. I want this to be the beginning of the avalanche, the tsunami, that a Maga movement, so that the next one, because remember, this is the last time you will ever see his name on a ballot. People have said they voted 6 times, each primary, whatever, if you're Republican. This is it. We saw it. It's the last time. Filling that in was the last time. And how that man does it. All right, my friends, you have a great and glorious night. Remind you, see you tonight at 7 p.m. at Lionel Nation at 7 p.m. And also don't forget to follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. She's got an interview that's going to blow your mind with a DEA agent. He's going to blow your mind. And she's on tonight at 8:30. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At 8:30, she's doing a live. So we're going all. Yeah. But understand something. I need my adults. I don't need children. Let other people be the children. Let them go. I don't care about that. I need adults. I need, as she would say, warriors. I need people to go out to fight for this country, fight for this republic, and fight for what's right. This is a battle. This is going to be brutal, and I can't wait. All right, dear friends, make sure are you subscribed to Lionel Legal? Is everybody here subscribed to Lionel Legal? If you're not, do you like this video? You got to like the video. Hit the like button. The like button sends us into the stratosphere. It makes new people say, well, what is this? What is this? Because what we do is different. And think about this. I talk to you. I'm not just sitting here talking to somebody else and then it's like, oh, yeah, you're happy to be. No, I'm talking to you. You, all of you. Sharon and everybody. Cycle, Tommy, Lori, Evan, the whole schmear. Even some of you, God bless you, who write stuff that I just don't even understand. I'm wondering, what narcotic are these people on? What are they writing? Are they having a conversation with somebody? Are they tuned in someplace else? What are they saying? What are they talking about? But you know what? If you're not opprobrious or disruptive, fine. Enjoy your psychological fugue or your psychotic fugue all you want. All right, dear friends. See you tonight at 7 at Lionel Nation. Until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dead.